The laughter was still echoing when I walked in. 3 heads snapped toward me, frozen like I'd interrupted a crime. Maybe I had, just not the kind that leaves blood. The dining room reeked of perfume, steak, and secrets. My mother's wine glass trembled in her hand, not from guilt, no, just annoyance that I'd shown up uninvited. My brother smirked first. He always did. "Wow," he said, leaning back, arms stretched wide as if blessing the room. The ATM grew legs. My parents laughed, too quickly, too loudly. And that was the moment, right there, with their forkfuls of anniversary dinner suspended in the air, that something inside me stopped burning and simply cooled. They didn't know the party they were about to start. Growing up, I learned silence before I learned love. My brother got praise for breathing. I got ignored for achieving. When I made honor roll, they missed the ceremony. When he crashed his car drunk, they blamed the road. I left home at 18, and they didn't notice until they needed something. Money. Always money. First my mother's temporary rent. Then my father's unexpected medical bill. Then my brother's investment opportunity that somehow smelled like cigarettes and lies. They said I was successful, but what they meant was accessible. A walking solution, a convenient wallet. They never asked about my life unless something in it could be mined. I kept paying because I thought that's what good children did. Turns out, I was only useful when there was a balance to withdraw from. The anniversary party was just the latest reminder. I found out about it from a cousin's Instagram story. My parents hugging, guests cheering, the caption, "Happy 30th to the best couple ever, wish everyone could be here." Everyone but me. I called, calm at first, asked why I wasn't invited. My mother sighed. "Honey, we didn't think you'd want to come. You're always so busy." My father chimed in. "Plus, your brother handled the invites," which explained everything. When I confronted him, he didn't hesitate. "Don't take it personal," he said. "It's just, you work, you pay. You're not really part of the social side of things." The social side? My family? The one I fund? I felt something in my chest twist, tight, then strangely loose. Later, I recognized it as the moment empathy died. That night, I didn't curse or cry. I sat in my apartment, lights off, city humming outside like a distant engine. I stared at my reflection in the darkened window and realized I looked like someone waiting to be chosen. No more. The shift wasn't dramatic. It was surgical. A clean cut between what I felt and what I would do. I pulled up bank statements, lease agreements, insurance policies, every financial thread tying them to me, laid out like arteries across my screen. They'd forgotten a simple truth. The one who pays holds the power. And I had been generous. Too generous. I showed up the next morning with a smile I didn't feel. My parents were still glowing from the party. My brother was still smug. They thought I'd come to apologize or explain or insert myself back into their celebration. Before anything else, my father said, "You could have at least sent a gift." I nodded slowly. "You're right. I'm here about gifts." My brother snorted. "Don't be dramatic. You know your role." "My role?" I repeated. "Say it again." He did, loud enough that the neighbor watering his plants turned his head. "You're just an ATM." My mother chuckled under her breath. My father shook his head like he pitied me for not taking the joke. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. Instead, I handed them each a neatly printed sheet of paper. My mother frowned. "What's this?" "Receipts," I said, "of everything you've been enjoying." And the silence that followed, God, it was pure. My voice stayed calm, almost soft. "The Mercedes in the driveway? It's in my name. Insurance, too. I canceled it this morning. Keys, please." My brother blinked, laughing until he realized I wasn't. He tossed the keys on the table. The sound was delicious. "The house rent," I continued, looking at my parents, "I've been paying it for 8 years. That ends today. The landlord already knows. He'll contact you. My mother's face drained. My father's mouth opened, but no sound came out. And the utilities, I added, those were auto-paid from my account. Cancelled. You'll need to set up your own. My brother stood abruptly. You can't just... I already did. He stepped toward me like he used to in childhood fights, all noise and posture. I didn't move. I think that frightened him more. You wanted an ATM, I said. So I closed the account. My mother was crying now, the quiet, shocked kind. My father tried to bargain, but he couldn't decide between anger and desperation, so he stuttered through both. My brother kept pacing, muttering curses that never reached me. I felt nothing. Not spite, not guilt, just release. That's the thing about revenge done right. It isn't loud, it's precise. I walked to the door, paused, and gave them one last truth. You should have invited me, I said. Not to the party, to the family. Then I stepped out into the sunlight, feeling lighter than I had in years. Behind me, voices rose, panic, blame, confusion. A symphony I didn't need to turn back for. Some parties end with music. Mine began with silence. And it was the best celebration I've ever had.